If you guys read Bibles in your Bible apps, go with me to Luke chapter 9, verse 1 through 6. This is on the screen now. Perfect. It's okay, he's a little rusty. He took a vacation when doing the PowerPoint, so we need to get back used to it. So go ahead and join me if you have the Bible, Bible apps and stuff. It says when Jesus called 12 disciples together, he gave them the power and authority to drive out all demons and to cure diseases. And he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. He told them, take nothing for this journey. No staff, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra shirt. Whatever house you enter, stay there until you leave that town. If people do not welcome you, leave the town and shake the dust out of the bottom of your feet as a testimony against them. So they went out and went forth to the village, from village to village, proclaiming the good news and healing people everywhere. One really important aspect of Christianity is giving our life to Christ. There was a lot of churches at the end. A lot of churches at the end, they always ask, have you given your life to Christ? Have you given your life to Christ? It's a big thing. But what is life? What does it really mean to us? The definition of life is, in the dictionary. It says, the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capability of growth, reproduction, functional activity, continually change, preceding death. With all this modern science, it's really not a clear description of life. It's saying basically we're not an object. So even with all the science we got in the world, we can't truly define life. But I want to tell you guys one good way to look at life, what life really is by looking at death. We always hear about these funerals. You never hear a scientific eulogy. When someone dies, they don't say in the newspaper, John Doe's heart stopped beating this day. It's too, what? Even people who don't go to church, the eulogy says he was put to rest on this day. Because you don't want to put death in a scientific term. Even people who don't believe in God don't do that. When we go to the memorial service, they listen to the paper, what do they call a memorial service? They don't call it a funeral no more. What do they call it nowadays? Anyone know? When you see the newspaper listed, this person is going to be entombed, they usually call it a celebration of life. And you go, I know we've all been to a funeral service before, right? And it's a celebration of life. When you go to one of these services, what do you see? You see the friends and family of that loved one. The family and the friends of that person. You see pictures of their life. They're going across the screen. They usually have the music they like to listen to in their life. And they have these little pictures of their life, and you see the family and friends crying because their loved one passed. Recently, in the last couple of months, a school bus driver friend I used to work with passed away. And the company she worked for actually got her school bus detailed and sent to the funeral. So when she was being entombed, her school bus was sitting there in the background, all shined up. Because that was just a big part of her life. And it was, the family was so appreciative of that. They didn't expect that. It was one of my friends as he drove the bus to the funeral, her old school bus. That's just a crazy thought because we don't understand how much our work impacts our life. So you don't know the impact your life truly had until you're dead, basically. Kind of like your memorial service is the conclusion paragraph for your life. That sums everything up in a little bow. And this is a dark thing to think about that, but in reality, that's what it is. A good determiner of how you lived in life will be your funeral service. So, what are the big factors of life? What do we consider when we say that we give our life to Christ? What is our life? Let's look at some labels of life. That's why I put the little marks in the thing. Our first label of life will be work. What you do, and work doesn't necessarily mean a job. If you don't have a job, if you're a student, if you're a housewife, or whatever you do, that's something you work for. It's stay at home, you get these titles. Whenever you apply for a job, it always says job title. You know, are you a certified nursing assistant? Are you a school bus driver? We get a title from work. And it kind of identifies us. You know, taking a quick glimpse this juice. Taking a quick glimpse at the 12 apostles, we see Luke was a doctor. And we think about a doctor, you know, making good money. Even, you know, nowadays doctors have these Bentleys and stuff. You go to the hospital, they have the Tesla cars plugged in and all this stuff. You know, or they have a lot of student loans. Either one, you know, depends how new of a doctor they are. But you know they incur money. And you see Peter, Andrew, James, and John. They were fishermen. They owned a fishing company. So these guys have money. But they walked away from their careers to follow God. In this passage we read in Luke, Christ is saying, don't take nothing with you. And I want you to imagine this. Imagine a doctor who has money. And then to say Luke was a new doctor grad, medical school grad. There wasn't a student debt. He was a full-fledged doctor. And Jesus is like, just leave that behind and follow me. And he followed God. He followed Jesus. And then you see Andrew, Peter, James, and John. They left a company behind. They had this company. And you guys seen that deep-sea fishermen. They make good money fishing. It's not, and especially back then, there was only a limited amount of supplies of food. So if you have a source of food, you had money. So we think about this. These titles, they walked away from this so that they could follow Christ. We're not called to the same path to them. I don't want you guys to quit your jobs. I don't want you guys to quit and say this. Let's all be a cult and walk down the street and evangelize all day. God doesn't call us to do the same thing, but God does call us to do something. And we look at the scripture. We look at Colossians 3:17. It says, whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through Him. So that means when we're at work, and whatever we're doing, whether we're at home with our kids, whether we're in school, whether you're a school instructor yourself, whether you're a security guard, whatever you do that for the honor of God. And this is the part of our life. We don't understand. I know for me, when I'm on a school bus, I'm there 8 to 11 hours a day, depending on what day it is. So that's a big portion of my life. I'm a school bus driver. And that's a portion of our life. We have to honor God there. When we do something, we got to do it for the honor of God. And that means our actions have to be of that of a godly person. Our second glimpse of life is money. It's going to pop up right now. Money, this is a big thing. Money says a lot about you. This is a lot. It really does. And I know you guys are thinking like, oh, you're going to preach about giving more offerings to the church. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. I promise you that. You know, money is so critical though. When someone's often extremely rich, they call it the high life. You know, it's the high life. They have the high life. They're living it up. You know, all these things they're living because it's about life, and you know, money kind of like shows a glimpse of your life. There's a movie that came out, you know, called In Time. I don't know if you guys seen it, where they had the numbers on their wrists and like their time was money. And when they ran, you know, they lived forever. But when they ran out of money, they died. And they had to it was a really weird movie, but it was showing that their actual time was money. So when they earned money, they earned a living, and they earned more time on earth. It was a really weird movie, but it's kind of like that, you know. Our money is really like we only have to do and work at for a period of time, and we project that. So it really does show a good path to your life. You know, nowadays we all have debit cards. I know you guys have debit cards, like me. I have a bank account, I have a debit card right here. These things are crazy. If you look at your bank transaction, it will show a big portion of your life. There's so many crimes that are solved because the cops look at someone's bank transaction. It's like someone got killed, a serial killer killed someone or something. They pull up this guy who's a suspect to look at his bank account. Oh, you bought a shovel the other day. Oh, I planted you in that scene. There you go. Our money says so much about us. If you look at your bank account statement right now, what's it say? Like, oh, you go to this fast food place? Because I know my bank account statement says that, oh, I go to this taco shop here, or go to McDonald's, or, you know, I spend our gas money and stuff, and it says so much about you. And, you know, there's a money table that we all fall on. You know, a money table. We all are somewhere between. Some of us have an abundance of money. I don't know anyone in the church that has an abundance of money. And then there's some of us who are in need. And we all fall in the middle of these 2 points. And both of them could be a path to sin. And I want to talk about that. First, we're going to pick on the rich people because I'm not rich, so I can pick on them first. We look at Matthew 19:21-22. It says, Jesus answered, if you want to be perfect, go sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me. When the young man heard this, he went very sad because he had great wealth. When we have a lot of money, that's kind of like our security blanket, like a baby. Like my daughter Brenda, she has her little elephant blanket, she has her little Snoopy, and she wants to hold on to that when she goes to sleep. We use money as a security blanket, and we have a lack of trust in God. We're like, we don't honor God. We put God, the money above God, and that's a sin. So that, those rich people, they're so much sinners, right? But I want to talk about being in poverty too a little bit, because I grew up in poverty, and we're not rich either. We're probably more towards the in-need side of my family than we are towards the abundance of money side. So we can look at Matthew 6:24-27. It says, no one can serve two masters. Either you hate the one or love the other. You will not be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life. What will you eat or drink? About your body? What you will wear? Is not more than food, and a body more than clothes? Look at the birds in the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, yet the Heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they are? Can any one of you be worthy? Can any amount of worry add a single hour to your life? That last verse is deep. Can you stress out a bunch and just add a single hour to your life? This is the sin we do is when we start struggling, we end up worrying so much that we don't trust God. And that's just as bad as loving money more. Because we're saying that God can't help us. We need money. We don't need God. So it can go both ways. Both ways can lead to sin. So we need to keep our mind on the right path when we're dealing with money. Because it's such a critical slope. Because we all need money to survive. And we have to trust God through our struggles. It's so critical. Here's the third one. This third point is going to pop up right now. It's called time. Time is such a critical essence, We don't understand how critical time is. Let's look at the Bible, Matthew 6:33. It says, but seek first the kingdom and all his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So what God's telling us right here is we seek him first, and he'll make everything else fall in place. But the thing we've got to ask ourselves, is God a priority in our life? Some people drive me to church on Sunday. I'm talking to people who are like, oh, I want to go to church so bad, but I just can't this Sunday. I can't this Sunday. You guys all come in. You guys come every Sunday. But there are people who just like, oh, I want to go to your church so bad, but this happened, and this, and my dog, he hurt his paw, and I got to make sure it's okay because he got kind of loud. I got a Pop-Tart and a toaster, and I got to wait for the cook, and then I forgot about church. And that's like one thing coming to church and the Bible studies, do we read our Bible? And do we pray like on a personal level when we're by ourselves? It's one thing to do it at church. But at home, do we read our Bibles? And do we pray to God to help us personally? This is something I need to work on sometimes too, because, I would pray at a sermon, but sometimes I'll start a Bible plan, and I'll start reading at work, and then I'll just get exhausted, and I'll just drop the Bible plan. And we got to have that personal devotion time with God. And another thing too, guys, we're only here on Sunday, and we come to Connect Group for like an hour on Tuesdays, and then maybe the women's Bible study, but when we're not in the confines of a church setting, do we act like Christians when we're not here? That's something we got to really consider. Are you a Christian when you're not at church? Because what are you doing when you're not at church? Because when you're not at church, it's almost more important than when you are at church. Our life, how it projects to people. People see it, and they see you're a Christian. They're going to identify you as a Christian. And if you're lacking in some way, they're going to say, that's why I don't go to church, because of that person. Let's see the first point. Family and friends. Remember we talked about the memorial service saying, people at the funeral, family and friends come. They mourn the loss of their loved one. But do we dedicate our family and friends to God? You know, our family and friends are a part of our life. I see my friends at work, when I go to work every day. I see my family every day. I see my wife, my daughter. I talk to all you guys a lot. Are they, not just the people who are in church right now, but the people who aren't in church? Are we praying for them to find God? Is that a priority? Let's go into the scripture. Acts 1:8. This verse is one of the first verses I memorized. Because, I ended up doing it in my whole church. It says, but you will receive the power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witness in Jerusalem, and in Judea, and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. This verse has a lot of information to it, a lot of meat to it. Okay, this church is talking to the early church, the early Christians. The early Christians were Jewish people. They lived in Jerusalem. So I want you guys to realize, since you receive the power of the Holy Spirit, it will give you power to witness for my name. And remember, the first place it mentions is Jerusalem. So it's talking to these people saying, I want you to start at home sharing the gospel with people around you, close family, people who are kind of lacking. And then we work our way out. Some people say, I receive God. I want to go to Africa and be a missionary right now. What about your cousin? What about your little nephew? What about these people who are around you every day? And you want to go across the country. Start at home first and work your way out. Make a ring. Like a ring in the water. Like you throw a stone in the water, the ripple goes out like that. That's what we got to do. And we got to care about our family. We got to make sure to go to heaven, because we, as Christians, know that receiving Christ is an issue of life and death. So we need to start at home with those who are close to us, our family and friends. Imagine if you passed away and when we pass away, it says, absent from the body, present with the Lord. So time just flies. That's not like when you're like, come on, God, okay, I'm dead now. When we had this rapture thing happen already. It's like, we just like zoom up. Imagine knowing that someone you knew in life, you could have told them something and you could have brought them to heaven, but you didn't have that, you're kind of shy. I didn't really want to do that. We have an obligation as Christians to try to talk to as many people about God as possible. Not Bible bash them or say you're going to go to hell, you dumb sinner. We got to say it out of love. We say Jesus loves you. He wants us to forgive you. He wants you to accept Him. Please, this is an urgent thing. We got to look at the urgency of the gospel, and this is a big part of our life, guys. This is so critical. So, when we look at these four areas in our life, our work, our money, our time, our family, and our friends, these are glimpses of our life. It's like when you look on Craigslist to buy a car or something, they show you a picture of the front of the car. That car looks awesome, but you see the car in person, the back's all smashed in. They just show the front of the car. These are four angles of our life. These are four ways that people see our life. Are all four of them dedicated to God? When you received Christ as your Lord and Savior and said, I give my life to you, did you give Christ all four of these categories? Because if you didn't give God all four of these, you didn't fully give Him your life. I just did. When we give our life to somebody, that means everything. We should do everything dedicated to God. When we go to work, we should do it to the best of our ability. Whether we're at McDonald's or whether we're driving a bus, we should do it. I know I'm tired, I'm grumpy, but I'm going to do my best job right now because I'm doing this because I know I'm working for God. And God will, if you get to this level of discipline in your walk with God, God will do big things in your life. Look at the apostles. I always want to look back at that passage that Luke is not going to pop up in nothing like that. Think about Luke. He's a doctor. He walked away from his medical practice and he had one pair of clothes. I'm sure that he had a wardrobe because he's a doctor. He had money. But he said, okay, I'm going to leave my fancy clothes at home. I'm going to put my one outfit on and follow this guy. And the whole world's going to hate me for following this guy, Jesus Christ. Look at the other apostles. They walked away from their fishing business. They walked away from everything. Look at the other apostles. They walked away from everything. Look at the other apostles. They walked away from their fishing business. They walked away from everything. Look at the other apostles. They walked away from everything. Look at the other apostles. They walked away from everything. You know, we look at Matthew, the tax collector. He was a rich guy. He walked away from all that wealth to follow Jesus. God's not calling us today. God's calling us to dedicate everything we do to Him. We don't got to walk around on the earth with nothing. We are allowed to have, so God wants us to earn money. But He wants to do it in a godly way. And He wants us to use it in a way to honor Him. Our time. Do we read our Bibles? Do we pray at home? When we're by ourselves, do we pray? You know, we're like, God, thank you so much for everything You've done for me throughout this day. Thank you. You know, and the big thing, our family and friends. Do our family and friends know we're Christian? Do we share the gospel with them? Do we say, I want you to know, I know you're kind of like against the whole church thing, but Jesus loves you. And if we just made ourselves open, if we do three of these things, if we do our work, money, and time, the fourth one will come along automatically because people will start getting attracted to it. The Holy Spirit's like a magnet. It attracts people. You know, some of the best evangelism I did was by living by a godly life. I didn't have to say any words. And people just come to me and say, can you pray for me? And I'm like, what the heck? Just make yourself open to that. You got to live a godly life. You got to give God your full life, all His categories. You know, and the thing is, by giving life to God, this is not a prosperity gospel. I'm going to be honest with you. The apostles who followed Christ, all of them died except for one. And they didn't die pleasant deaths either. You know, Paul was beheaded. We look at these deaths, these people who had these lives before Christ, what they did have, they had a peace that surpasses all understanding. And when you know you're doing what God wants you to do, I'm telling you guys, it's a joy in your heart. You went through the worst trials in the world, the darkest point in your life. You get this joy. It's like a supernatural. God just indwells upon you because you know you're doing something for God. And you know, it's not like a magic trick, like if you do this, you're going to get a bunch of money. It's God's going to bless you. And we have a promise of wealth in heaven. God's going to bless us in heaven. We get peace in earth, no more pain, no more suffering, no more sorrow. So hold on to that promise on heaven, and let's make earth a little more pleasant for those around us, guys. I want to ask you guys again, did you guys give your life to Christ? I want you guys to consider that when we pray right now. Okay, Nectar? Did you give your life to Christ? Let's go ahead and bow our heads in prayer, guys. Dear God, I just... You know, it's so hard for us to give up our life, for all of us. Even the people who are hired at church, pastors like myself, we still have a flesh and we want to hang on to our life. We don't want to trust you. But I ask you, Lord, to help us defeat that flesh and give you everything, God. Give you our time. Give you our money. Give you our family, our friends. Help us with these 4 categories, God, because these are all 4 snapshots of our life. I pray, Lord, that you help us honor you, God, fully. Help us, please, Lord, just help us seek you out and just help us grow in your word, God. I thank you for the blessings you've given us, God. I thank you for always being with us. And I pray, Lord, that if anyone here is struggling with giving their full life to you, God, I pray that you have peace about that. Now that we really know what our life is, Lord, help us all give it to you a little more each day. Help us surrender a little more of it each day. We give you the glory, God, the ultimate glory. We give you the glory in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord want His face towards you and give you peace. God bless you guys.